to Kindling. I'm Awe, your storyteller. And in this episode, we have a story from Benin, West Africa, a land of sacred tropical forests and the home of the legendary female warriors of Dahomey. Now, in Benin's Fon culture, the chameleon is often seen in representations of Sebo Lisa, the creator of the world, giver of wealth, and fountain of wisdom. But have you ever wondered why this little creature moves so slowly and carefully, and why it changes its colours? Today, we'll learn the story behind those curious habits and learn a valuable lesson about friendship and trust. Join me now as we hear the story of how the chameleon became a teacher. Once upon a time, and long, long ago, Crocodile and Chameleon were the very best of friends. The crocodile loved nothing more than basking in the sun after a cool swim, while his smaller companion Chameleon would climb up a nearby tree, and the two would then chat for hours about anything and everything. This is how they could often be found and how they spent their days, laughing, sharing stories, and whispering secrets to each other, as though the fate of the whole world depended on their talks. Now, no one knew exactly when or how this unexpected friendship had begun, but it surely blossomed. So much so that one sunny afternoon, as they prepared to say their goodbyes to each other, the crocodile made an invitation. "My dear friend Chameleon, you must come to my house for dinner tomorrow. My family and I would love to host you in our home at the bottom of the lake. When you see me rise up to the surface, just jump into the water and I'll take you down to my home." Oh, well, flattered by the invitation from his dear friend, the chameleon, of course, agreed and promised to visit the very next day. So the two friends parted ways, and all seemed well. But as it happened, the crocodile had other intentions. That night, as soon as he got home, he gathered his family together and whispered to them, "Rejoice! Tomorrow, Chameleon will be our dinner. His meat is a rare delicacy, juicy and tender. We shall feast like kings." Well, the very next day, Chameleon arrived at their lake good and early, carrying with him a sturdy walking stick. As he waited there in the shadowy bushes by the shore, he heard a rippling, rushing sound as the crocodile broke through the surface of the water with his massive jaws wide open. "Oh, what large teeth Crocodile has," thought the chameleon to himself. And then it occurred to him that he had never really noticed how ferocious his friend was. You see, whenever they met, Chameleon had always found the crocodile already lying by the water's edge, basking lazily in the sun with a placid expression. And so, an idea came to the chameleon. In order to test his friend's intentions, Chameleon tossed his walking stick into the water. Now, it happened that the crocodile had not yet noticed his friend watching from the bushes. And so, believing the falling stick to be the chameleon, the crocodile suddenly lunged upwards, his mouth open, and bit down with all his might. With a loud splash, the crocodile then dragged the stick underwater, rolling his huge body and dragging the stick down into the murky depths. Well, Chameleon, now realizing that he was clearly in danger, fled up silently into the trees, his little heart pounding in terror. Once he was completely hidden in the branches, blending in with the leaves, he breathed a huge sigh of relief. Oh, what would have become of me if I hadn't tested my friend? Let that be a lesson to all. Caution is the mother of safety. Well, when he finally surfaced, Crocodile found that it was a mere stick he held between his jaws and not his delicate little friend. Realizing his mistake, the crocodile, of course, could do nothing more at that point than swim away home, empty-handed and disappointed. He already knew that he had missed his one chance and lost not only his meal, but his longtime companion as well. And so, from that day on, the chameleon moved with extra care, thinking long and hard with each and every step, and always blending into his surroundings in order to avoid danger. This simple tale reminds us all to be cautious in trusting others before we know their true intentions. Poor Chameleon. Well, he may have lost a friend that day, but he certainly gained a valuable piece of experience. Thank you for joining me on this story of trust and wisdom from Benin. Next week, we'll journey to Botswana for another adventure. Now remember, you can find the sources of all our stories in the description box below. You can also share your thoughts and comments. And of course, let us know if you know another version of this story, or if you have any suggestions for stories that you'd like us to feature in the series. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Kindling. And until then, remember, the wisdom of the ancients lives on in every tale we tell.